Okay, today I'm going to be reviewing the SDK-100, which is the self-defense keychain from Firearm Pop, one of our very own YouTubers. The SDK, I do believe, stands for self-defense keychain, and this is the 100, so I guess it's the first generation model of such. The first impressions of the keychain, it's a nice keychain. It's made out of 550 paracord. It's very sturdy. I like the way it's set up. It's got a key ring on this end for your keys. And it actually has a little fob on this end which keeps the cord from going through, which I'm using, or a little ring on this end that keeps the cord from going through, which I'm using as a ring for my fob. So I can actually just stick this part in my pockets, and this part right here hangs out, so my fob is out so that I can lock and unlock my doors. Actually, I carried this today. As my impressions of it as a keychain is, it's a pretty decent keychain. As a keychain, not bad at all. But the K in the SDK is not the important part. The SD, the self-defense, is the important part in this case. So I wanted to go out and give it a test. Well, the way this keychain works, I'll go into here in a little bit closer review of the keychain. But I thought the first thing I needed to do is do some outdoor testing. So let's do a quick review of the keychain, and then we'll move on to some outdoor, actual real-world testing. And I want to say the video I took of the outdoor testing is my first time swinging the keychain. I took no practice swings beforehand. I engaged it and I swung it. And that's all I did in the video, and you will see the results of that. Okay, the design of the keychain is pretty simple. The use, I should say. You just you have this portion here which has your keys on it. It has the little tail. Now on the tail, like I said, I use the little ring here on the tail to put my fob on, so that if I ever do have to use it, I'm not smashing my $250 car fob. This is the one to the Prius. But you just, in normal carry mode, it's just like this, and to utilize it, you just grab it, pull it out. Now the way I use it when I pull it out, I immediately stick my little finger in the clasp. That way you've got a good grasp of it. It's not going to flop out of your hand. Someone's not going to be able to wrench it away from you real easy. So, and then you just swing away. To retract it, it's just the same thing in reverse. Boop. Just works very easily. Very comfortable. It folds up very nicely and goes in your pocket very nicely. But like I say, as a keychain, pretty good keychain, but what's important is the self-defense part. So what you want to know is, once you have to retract that thing and use it, how's it going to hold up? And how's it going to function? As you can see from the very first hit, he's losing quite a bit of blood right across his face. So let's see how he stands up to a couple more. There is not a lot I think I can do for him right now. He's lost all of his bodily fluids, and as well as about half of his face. So I think I would call this a successful test, and I would call him down for the count. At least most of the fight would be taken out of him. That is for sure. Alright, as you can plainly see, this little monster is vicious. And I don't have a lot of keys on here, just a few. And this thing ripped through that milk jug like it was made out of tissue paper, damp tissue paper. It was easy to swing. When you hear the whistle of this thing when you swing it, you know it's moving. I'll have to admit, I was very skeptical of this item when I first saw it, and even still skeptical of it when I first got it. I thought, you know, how much difference can like a foot of swinging do on a set of keys? But man, it turns everyday keys into a really violent item. If someone swung one of these things at me, believe me, I'd get out of the damn way. I'd get out of there. This just, it's like razor blades being shot at you. I was goofing around with it outside with my son and doing it like nunchucks, and with the cord out, and I accidentally slapped myself in the back with it, and for a second I thought I'd been stung by a wasp or shot. I mean, it hurt just swinging around my back and hitting myself with it accidentally. So it turns your keys into a very violent weapon. But I am definitely keeping this one for myself, and I'm actually going to order a couple more, one for my mother and one for my sister. So, great keychain. I might even order some for Christmas presents for some people. I like to have little items to give for Christmas presents in stockings and stuff. So, my final impression of the thing, this little thing is amazing as when it comes to a weapon. It's a decent keychain, and it's an amazing self-defense item. It is like I would rather have this than a baton. If it came down to a swinging contest of a face-to-face conflict or a hand-to-hand, I'd rather have this than a baton. So for me, this is getting an A+ rating. And then when you add the fact that it is American-made by a U.S. veteran, that's another A, that gives it an A++. And then you add another third plus by the fact that it's one of our very own YouTubers, Firearm Pop, and you have an A++ rating on this item from me.